Good morning, Lackmas Leopards. Mrs. Mueller here with your morning message for the very first start of our school year. Now, last week, we got to have many of you here at Lackmas for our back to school night. It was so great to see those that are returning students and our new students. We want to welcome you to Lackmas. Now, as we begin here as a leopard community, it's really important for us to know how are we going to do things around Lackmas when we're all together. We have almost 360 students here at Lackmas. And so it's really important that each of us understands our expectations, what are our routines, so that we can do our best. We say at Lackmas that Lackmas Leopards are respectful, responsible, safe, and kind. And this year, we're continuing our theme of hope and belonging, growing here. We want to make sure that everyone feels as if they belong at Lackmas. And that's up to each of us to make sure that we are helping others belong. So this year, we're going to learn more. What does it mean to belong? What does it mean to you to belong? And how do we help make sure that everyone feels like they belong? Well, we're going to start off with reviewing a lot of our expectations and routines. So leopards, this is your time to really listen. I want you to take time to think, what does that look like? What does that sound like? And what does that feel like? When we're going through your routines and expectations, you will cover what's it look like in your classroom. You're going to have routines that you do for turning in things. You'll have routines that you do from going from a whole group lesson to maybe independent work time. There's going to be a lot of learning that we're going to do this whole first month for what does it mean to be like a leopard. Then there's routines that we have that are building wide. And so with that, what does it look like when we're passing and moving in our hallways? What about at our lunchtime? And what about at recess? So one of the resources we have is what we call our Student and Family Handbook. You will be receiving this handbook. Now, 4th and 5th grade students, you'll receive the whole handbook because you use this to kind of as your agenda and your planner. And so you'll be marking notes per month of homework and what you're learning. But the rest of us, kindergarten through 3rd grade, you will receive just the front portion, which has our expectations. So as a classroom this week, you're going to go through, and there's a couple pages in here I want to highlight. First of all, there is a page that talks about PBIS and Positive Behavior Intervention System. That is what we believe. We believe that if we can teach you some very intentional routines and expectations in a positive way, it's going to be easy to meet. So we're going to go over that, and there is an agreement page. All classroom teachers, after you've learned your expectations, so this may be more towards the end of September, you will come back to this page. There's a family agreement, there's a student agreement, and there's a staff agreement. This will be signed, returned, and your classroom teacher will hold on to that so that we can refer back to what does it mean to be like a leopard and how do we meet that. Now, another important page in this handbook it looks like this. This page is called our matrix. This is talking about all of the areas. What does it mean to be respectful, responsible, safe, and kind in all of our areas? So your teacher will take a few a day. You can't do all this in one day. There's too much to learn. And so this will be chunked out, and you'll be talking about certain areas and go through again. What does that look like? What does it sound like? How does it feel? And remember, we want all to belong. So it's important for us to understand and be able to meet our expectations for all of our areas. So this is another really important page. The last one that I want to call your attention to is our bus expectations. So what does it mean when we're riding our bus? And teachers will go over with you our expectations if you're being a parent pickup. For our bus expectations, there again is another agreement. So it's important for you and your parents to go over, because we want to make sure that you are safe and that we have a safe and a ride that gets us home and to school ready for our learning and ready for going back home. So that is in your handbook. Teachers, you're going to spend a lot of time building that community and that community around our routines and our expectations. And Leopards, you've got this. So it's going to take some time for us to learn all of these. To help, Spot and I have created some videos for recess, but it's going to mean that as a classroom, you also talk more about that. What does that look like? What does it sound like? And how does it make you feel? And remember, here at Lacamas, everyone belongs. So a lot of our expectations, we have to think outside of just what I might want or be able to do, to think of our whole community, because we are a community of Leopards together. Leopards, I'm so excited about getting to know you even more, those who I already know, and all of our newest Leopards. Welcome to Lacamas. It's going to be a great year. And remember, Lacamas Leopards are respectful, responsible, safe, and kind.